It was a small, quiet town in the middle of nowhere, nestled between winding roads and forgotten trails. I had moved there a few months ago, hoping for a fresh start. My name is Alex. I wasn't running away from anything, but I was certainly trying to outrun my own regrets. The town wasn't much, a few old buildings, a general store, and a single bar. I had my job at a mechanic shop, fixing up cars for locals, and a modest apartment above the shop. It was the kind of place where you didn't have to speak much. People kept to themselves, and that was exactly what I needed. One night, as I was walking home after a shift, I noticed something strange in the alley behind the bar. A man was standing there, just out of sight from the main street. He was tall, thin, and dressed in a black suit. His face was obscured by the shadows, but there was something unsettling about the way he moved, like he was waiting. I couldn't shake the feeling that he was watching me, even as I hurried past, my heart thudding in my chest. The next day, I didn't think much of it. It could have been a drunk or someone just standing in the alley, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. The man had a strange energy about him, something I couldn't place. A few days later, I was at the bar, having a drink to unwind after work, when I heard whispers. The bartender, an older woman named Maria, was talking to a regular. She looked uneasy, her voice low. I couldn't hear everything, but I did catch one word: silent. Later that night, as I was heading home, I ran into Maria. She was walking quickly, her head down, avoiding my gaze. "Everything okay?" I asked, trying to make casual conversation. She hesitated for a moment, then glanced up at me, her eyes wide. "You don't want to get involved with him. The man who lives by the woods. He's different. He takes things from people, quietly, without them noticing." I didn't understand what she meant, but her fear was palpable. "What do you mean, takes things?" Maria looked around as if to make sure no one was listening. "Their voices. He steals them, one by one." I laughed nervously, thinking she was drunk or just trying to spook me. "Come on, Maria, that's a little far-fetched, don't you think?" She didn't smile. Her face remained serious. "He took my brother's voice. He's been silent for months." That night I couldn't stop thinking about it. What did she mean? Was it possible? And who was this man she spoke of? Over the next few weeks, I began to hear more rumors about the man who lived near the woods. Some said he was a hermit. Others claimed he was something far more sinister. One night, curiosity got the best of me. I decided to go see for myself. I found the house on the outskirts of town. It was an old, decaying cabin, tucked deep into the trees, with no lights and a heavy silence hanging in the air. The door creaked as I pushed it open, my footsteps muffled by the thick layer of dust on the wooden floors. And then I saw him. He was sitting in this corner, as if waiting for me, his tall figure hunched forward. His face was still shadowed, but his eyes gleamed in the dim light, cold, unblinking. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice shaking, though I tried to keep it steady. He didn't answer. He simply pointed to his own throat, then at me. It was a strange gesture, one that made my skin crawl. "You want me to give you something?" I asked, my throat tight. I wasn't sure why I was still standing there, but something kept me rooted to the spot. He nodded slowly, his gaze never leaving mine. The silence in the room was suffocating, and it was then that I realized I couldn't hear anything outside of the room. No crickets, no wind, no distant sounds of the town. I turned to leave, but as I did, I felt it. A pressure in my throat, like something was slowly closing in on it. I gasped, struggling to breathe. It was as if my voice was being pulled from me, not in a physical sense, but in a way I couldn't understand. I stumbled backward, my hand reaching up to my throat, trying to stop the feeling, but it only worsened. The man remained still, watching me with those unblinking eyes. You can't take it," I managed to croak, my voice barely a whisper. But it was too late. My voice was gone. The world around me blurred as I gasped for air, but no sound escaped my lips. I couldn't scream, couldn't call for help. I was trapped in a silent nightmare, my throat burning as if something was clawing its way out. I woke up on the floor of the cabin, gasping for breath, my body covered in cold sweat. The man was gone, but the silence remained. My throat was raw, and for the first time I truly realized, that I could no longer speak. I ran back to town, desperate to find someone who could help me, but when I tried to tell my story, no sound came out. My mind screamed, but nothing. It was then that I understood. He had taken my voice, just like Maria had said. And now, I was another victim in a town full of silence. Days turned into weeks. I tried everything to get my voice back. Doctors, healers, rituals. Nothing worked. Then one night, I received a letter. It was typed out, the words sharp and clear. "You're next." The realization hit me like a hammer. The man wasn't just stealing voices, he was collecting them, and I had become one of his silent victims. I never heard from Maria again. I don't know if she's still here or if she's as silent as the rest of us, but every night I hear him, his slow, echoing footsteps outside my door, waiting. I can never escape.